Hey guys, welcome back to Talk It Up. Today we're starting a brand new segment called Helping Reddit Users with Life Advice. So we're just going to read some of the questions that people have asked on the popular website Reddit and see if we can offer some advice to help save some lives. That's what we'll be doing. Stick around. All right, guys, let's see if we can provide some insight and wisdom, maybe not, who knows, to some of these Reddit users. So let's get started. The first story here is called Wanting to Run Away, and it reads, bit of a backstory first. I'm 21 years old, never went to college or university. I've been cherry-picked into a career because, in quotes they put, it runs in the family. And I've never really considered doing anything else because I've always been working in this industry since I was 16. It's just now that I'm at a point in my life where all I want to do is just run away and find my life's path. I've got a girlfriend now and we're saving for a house, and I love her to bits and I never want to lose her, but I don't want to get sucked into this life. Sorry if this doesn't make much sense. I really struggle putting my thoughts into writing. I happen to agree with you. But we'll get to the main point here. 21 years old, went to college, university, cherry-picked in a career because it runs in the family. My first set of advice would be that it's very, very natural, I think, to want to do the things that your family's doing. That's something that I'm doing, something that most people do. But some of the best people, or some people that have found their way best in the world, don't always follow their parents' advice. You're allowed to do anything you want. College, university isn't for everyone. There's trade schools. There's tons of jobs out there that you can get without a college degree. And a lot of people say now that's not the greatest thing to do considering a debt, but you never know. It seems like this person didn't like it anyways. At this point in my life, I want to just run away and find my life's path. And I got a girlfriend now, and we're saving for a house. Probably shouldn't run away if you're saving for a house. Unless you run away with her, I wouldn't just leave her hanging. And we're saving for a house. I love her to bits, and I never want to lose her, but I don't want to get sucked into this life. My advice to you is you're 21 years old. You probably don't love her. Sorry if I offended any young people who got together young. I'm just saying statistically, this person probably doesn't. And you also have to think about the future. If you don't love yourself, and if you don't have a plan in place to do something with your life, what are the chances you're going to be able to provide the house that seems like you're trying to do with this girl? I would just focus on figuring out what you're going to do. All right, this next one is titled Issues with Impatience. Today, I was helping my mom do something, and when I would ask her questions that needed to be answered in order to help her, she would take ages to get to the point and not give a straight answer every single time. Sounds like moms. She would take ages to get to the point and not give a straight answer every time, just waffling on and on. Great use of the word waffle. I have been consciously trying to not show that I'm getting irritated and kept my cool, but most of the time I say things like, can you get to the point, please? Or usually I lash out and say something a bit harsh that I don't mean. I always feel bad about it and afterwards think it's my fault. I do end up apologizing, but the thing is she doesn't see how she's annoying me, or she doesn't think that what she's doing is wrong. What do I do? First of all, that is your fault. You said that it's not your fault. You can't help it. You can't help it. These are the small things that you work on now so they don't become bigger issues later. People say annoying things all the time. It's going to happen at work. It's going to happen in your family. It's going to happen in your friends. It's going to happen in a relationship. You can't just lose your mind and get annoyed every single time, even though that is hilarious, and I am guilty of that. My advice to you would be to work on it now, whether it's seeing a counselor or just watch YouTube videos of people that you can literally just type in that I get annoyed easy. I bet there's a million videos on it. I could type in a giraffe doing backflips in space, and I bet there's a video on that. Point being that you can Google almost anything and find something. But my advice to you would be work on that now. It is your fault. It is completely in your hands to handle this situation. I think you have to really focus. Plus, it's your mom. Like, what are you doing? If there's any person in your life that you're going to be respectful to, it should be that person, whether they deserve it or not, whether they are annoying or not. Ladies, you do ramble on a bit sometimes. Moms, cut it out. Let's not do that anymore. But in the meantime, you cannot expect the world to conform to you, right? To make you feel happy. Most people do that. You probably have done that a few times. It is really on you to work on that and try to just let it go. Pick your battles. There's bigger things to worry about, and you know that. Let's move on. All right, this next one is titled, My Brother, 27, I'm going to assume that's his age, got finessed into paying $1,100 for a truck. Okay, sounds like a good deal. My brother, who is on the spectrum, no, I regret that last comment, has an $800 car payment and $300 insurance per month from a Toyota dealership. Oh, that's the one. Oh my gosh, finessing to paying $1,100 a month. I thought it was a single purchase. From a Toyota dealership, they sold him a 2017 Tacoma. The sale took place a few days ago. He had a friend with him, but apparently that friend left early during the process. If he had the income to cover the truck, it wouldn't be any of my concern, but he works as a janitor. How can I get him out of this? I've actually had personal experience with this, and I've talked about it on the podcast I have, where I sold a guy a car, and he comes in the next day, and he clearly has memory issues. And the dealership didn't really care and wanted me to move on. I had to work really, really hard to get it reversed, but I did. But to answer your question, 100% it is illegal. You cannot sell a car to someone who was not of sound mind. When I worked at the dealership, if someone walks in and I smell alcohol, they can't buy a car because they would be impaired, right? If I sense that they're not even aware of their surroundings and what's going on around them, they can't buy a car. Now, the sad thing is most people don't care. Most dealerships don't care unless you call them out on it. The sale will go through. But I would take it back. That's a lot of money. And I don't know what bank would approve a loan like that for someone who's a janitor, unless he's like a janitor for like Oprah's house or something and they're overpaying him. But chances are that none of it sounds good. I would go over the paperwork. I would go back to the dealership. I would explain to them in a nice way at first. If you have to be a little bit more pushier later on, do that. But just let them know that he let them know about his financial situation and the fact that he shouldn't be able to purchase a car in the first place, if you feel that is the case. But God, that guy got it. Some salesman made good money off that, and hopefully you can get it to call it unwound. Hopefully you can get the car deal to unwind. Good luck to you, my friend. This one's a bit longer, but I'll try to get through as quickly as possible because it seems interesting. It seems interested in me. It seems interesting. I'm lost in the sauce. Okay, I'm out of high school now. I'm not in college or trade school yet. Plan on continuing my education most definitely. Just can't right now. I'm just working and saving money until I move back to Texas with my mom this summer. I don't have a license or car either. I'm working on it though. The process of getting my license is tough. You put it's tough, but it's tough. Not that tough. You're just young and you don't want to do it. My daily life consists of waking up at 4:30, do my hygiene routine, meditate for an hour, work out. Then my mom drops me off at work around 7. Thanks, Mom. I work from 8 to 3 p.m. and head home and basically repeat the process until Thursday. And on weekends, pretty much just take part in wasting my life with bullshit that isn't productive. I have a hobby, which is skateboarding. I truly enjoy it when I can, but because of the snow, I can't go up the street to the nearest skate park near me anymore, so I just sit at home. I know deep down inside, I'm missing something in my life. Life should not be like this, even if I don't have a car or license. It's exactly how life will be if you don't have a car or license. Take care of it. There's ways to do this. There's literally liaisons. You can make an appointment online and they will walk you through, bring A, B, C, and D, show up at this time, bring this much money. And the only thing you have to do is now budget your money if you don't have money. But I'll read on. It says, I know deep down inside I'm missing something in my life. Life should not be like this, even if I don't have a car or license. I need something to work towards that isn't meaningless to me. I know I'm missing something, but what the hell is out there? Put hell in all caps. That's why I said it weird. I don't just talk like that. I know if I kept living life like this so mindlessly, I'm going to become extremely depressed. I created a to-do list, but most of this shit holds no value to me really or is insignificant. The licensing is easy. You know, I remember this is coming from someone who didn't get their license so late. I got my license at 25 because I just refused to do it. I figured I'd just drive. When I got the tickets, I would just not pay them. Then eventually you get pulled over and they no longer let you pay them or make a payment arrangement once you burn those bridges. And so they just take you to jail. And each day in jail is a certain amount of money off your ticket. So that's your future if you don't get your license. But I remember the feeling of feeling stuck there and not being able to go do the things I wanted, asking for rides or hoping they would come to you. I promise you, Getting your driver's license will clear most of that up. You're going to feel so much more free. You're going to be able to do things. You'll feel more empowered. Driver's license leads to the job, and etc. If you have family, ask them. A license isn't that expensive. Ask someone to lend you the money, and don't just do the thing that most people do. I'll pay you back later. Things like that. Give them a plan. If you're going to ask to borrow money from mom, dad, uncle, aunt, whoever, say, this is how much it's going to cost. I can give you this much a week or every 2 weeks, whatever, until I do this, until I get my job. Or can you postpone it once with the condition that once I get my job, I have so-and-so weeks to pay you back. People like intent. You'll be surprised how many people will just help you out because you showed that you wanted to pay back. Sometimes they'll be like, don't even worry about it. Enjoy your license. Whatever it is. I'm not advocating for you to use people like that. You should intend to pay them back. But I'm just saying there's ways to do that. Get your driver's license. That will bring you meaning and purpose. And if you're in a snowy area, stop skateboarding. All right, guys, this has been a new segment called Helping Reddit Users with Life Advice. If you enjoyed this segment and want to see more of it, then go down below, hit the like button so I can see that, get feedback, and I will know to do more of these, to do less of these, or to cut them out completely. It's up to you. This channel is for Talk It Up podcast clips as well as these segments. There's 2 channels. Make sure you go down below to check out the entire podcast I do, or subscribe to this channel to stay tuned to the clips and these segments. I appreciate every single one of you, and thanks for listening in. You guys have a good one.